Hey everyone, today I'm going to go through a rundown of the Sushi Go card game and some of the light strategies that go along with it. As I'm going through it, you can kind of look below me and see the different cards that are in the game, but it's a pretty simple game. You're going to get handed a hand of cards and look through them, pick out one card that you like and utilize it, play it out, and then hand your cards over to the next guy and look, somebody else handed you a stack of cards. You can take that stack of cards, do the exact same thing, and it just keeps going around the table until everybody's played all the cards. And you look at the cards, and each card scores a little bit differently. Like you see how this dumplings right here. If you get one, it's 1.2, it's 3 points. If you get a ton of dumplings, you could get up to like 15 points with dumplings, right? So Maki Rolls having the most would be, yeah, you'd get 6 points at the end of a round. Game goes for 3 rounds, by the way. Pudding, at the end of the game, you could have 6 points if you have the most puddings, or negative 6 points if you have the least puddings. And puddings are kind of interesting because they stick around until the end of the game, whereas everything else is shuffled back into the deck and redrawn out. We just passed Wasabi a little bit ago, below me right there. And let's see, in this game I'm actually playing, did anybody take a Wasabi? Yes, they did. So they take a Wasabi, and then they put something else on top of it that's yellow. And what that's going to do is triple the amount of points for that. So the yellow cards are 1.2 point or 3 points. You got this 2-pointer that they put on top of it, the salmon. There's egg salmon and I think squid. Yeah, so squid's going to be a 3-pointer. But now we're back to the salmon nigiri here. And that's kind of explained. It's going to be 1.2 pointer, 3 points, just straight up. No bonuses or no nothing like having the most or anything. Just 2 points. Or 3 points or 1 point if it's egg. Nobody likes egg. Tempura, you want 2 of those tempura, and it's going to be 5 points. If you have 1 of them, it's 0. 3 of them, still only 5 points. 4 of them would be 10. Sashimi is going to be every 3 is going to be 10 points. So similar to the tempura. And then dumplings we kind of already talked about. The only kind of weird, crazy one is going to be the chopsticks, which is going to allow you to, it's going to be 0 points, but it allows you to swap the chopsticks for another card in the hand that you have, making you take 2 cards from that hand, which can be pretty useful. So the makeup of the deck are, let's go through this real quickly. We got, for salmon nigiri, there are 10 of them. For squid nigiri, there are 5 of them. For egg nigiri, there are 5 of them. So you're going to have the most of this salmon nigiri. Let's see if we got a shot of what that egg is rare. Only one of the 1 points, 5 1-pointers, and 5 3-pointers for the squid. Didn't get a picture of those. But now looking back down here, we have tempura. There are going to be 14 tempura. Sashimi, there's going to be 14 of those. Dumplings, there are 14 of those. And then the Maki Rolls, there are 12 twos, 8 threes, and 6 ones. So yeah, there are some ones out there. Did anybody grab a 1 yet? No, I think those will get grabbed at the end because they're just not as valuable. Like the 3s and the 2s are a lot better. And then we have puddings will be different based on player count, but at, I think, max, there's going to be 10 puddings in the game. And then we get to chopsticks. There's only 4 of those. So with that, that's 108 cards total. And this is kind of important for being able to think, what am I going to get? Like, say you're running towards the end of the game and you want that 3rd sashimi. Like I was able to grab 3 sashimi there, which is my little strategy. If somebody else is also grabbing sashimi, are there going to be 6 sashimi so you both can get those 10 points? Maybe not. Like it's a kind of a 1 in 10 chance to even get a sashimi. 14 out of 108 cards. So you'd be kind of slightly lucky to even get 3 sashimi in your pool. So kind of if somebody else is going sashimi, like you saw, you see right here, this player kind of grabbed a sashimi and then I grabbed 3. So that didn't end up working out in their favor because I took all their sashimi and that sashimi will be worth 0 points. You don't want to have that happen when you're playing this game and somebody's like stealing the cards that you need. So anyways, we're going to go through each of the different cards and really discuss how many points they are actually worth. Okay, so for the first done, I'm going to say the salmon nigiri is worth it's going to be worth 2 points, obviously. Actually, all the nigiri are 1, 2, or 3. But with the wasabi, you have to keep that in mind. It could be worth even more. So it could be worth, for the egg, it could be worth 1 to 1.5 because you have to give a point total to that wasabi card. Because 1 multiplied by 3, it's going to be 3 points. Give 1.5 to the wasabi card that helped you, and then 1.5 to the egg. So 1 to 1.5. Hopefully that math made sense. Because we're going to do the same thing with the nigiri. 2 multiplied by that by 3 becomes 6. And then you got to give 3 to the wasabi card. So makes the card worth 2 to 3 points. And then the squid is going to be 3 to 4.5 points. Why are we doing this? So that you can decide which card is best to pick. And so the squid is going to be an excellent first pick of the game when you have no cards out. Like obviously, if you have a sashimi you played out, grab another sashimi. That yellow or that green card that's I grabbed 3 of right there. But if you got the squid, some experts just steal a squid. Ideally, you grab a wasabi first and then you grab a squid. But if people get in that mindset of stealing your squids, then maybe the best thing to do is just take a salmon, making the wasabi not worth as much. But we'll get to that later with wasabi because this will kind of combine with wasabi later. Next up, we have tempura. So tempura, it's a decent pick. You can expect 0 or 2.5 points for this because if it's worth 5, get 2 tempuras. It's 2.5 points each. Okay, I'm rarely going to pick this one as a first pick, just so you guys know. Yeah, it's let other people try to do that because you can see here in this game, almost finished a round. Some people are getting 0 point. One person's getting 0 points. One person got 2.5 points each card. 2.5 points is just okay, and you want to do better than that if you want to win this game. So sometimes you have to be a little risky and take some risks, which brings me to the sashimi, where it's kind of a trap. Like if you can't get the sashimi, then you're going to lose a lot of points. So I would say rarely would I grab this unless like I think I can get it. You know, it's kind of a gamble, but as a first pick, I try to look for something else. Okay. Unless everybody else is thinking that at the table, then I grab the sashimi. But you got to know your audience. Next up, we have the dumplings. So dumplings are kind of a trap too. At best, you're only going to get 3 points for it. Sorry, I should have told you the sashimi is 3.333 points. So, but at best, the dumplings, you're going to get 3 points. And I say that because if you have 5 dumplings, you can see below, it's going to be 15 points. Divide that by 5. That's 3 points at best. It'd be better to grab 3 sashimi. So really, almost never would I grab the dumplings in the game. I might. Yeah, I'd grab sashimi over dumplings. I'd grab sashimi over tempura. But we'll get to some better picks as we go on. So now we are at the Maki Roll. Okay. These could be 6 points at best. So maybe you grab 1 3 card and nobody else grabs any more Maki Rolls. That's going to be 6 points. But say you grab 2 of these Maki Rolls, each one's worth 3 points. If you grab 3 of these Maki Roll cards, I don't care what the number of Maki Rolls are on the card, 3, 2, or 1. Each card, if you grab 3 of them, is only going to be worth at most 2 points each. So it gets less and less over time. I look and see who's going for Maki Rolls, and if nobody is going for them, and I get a 3 like halfway through, then I'll grab it. And that's just my way of doing things. Then we go on to pudding. It's going to be 6 points at best, and I've told people when they start a game, don't like go all in on puddings. Because it's probably not going to be a huge thing. But like then I forget that you lose 6 points at the end of the game if you have the least amount of pudding. So you got to be careful with that because that's a 12-point swing. With I've actually seen a third place player, like they have, we have somebody with 10 points above everybody else, and then somebody with kind of in the middle, and then the third place person is 10 points below everybody else. But then the first and third player swap because one goes down 6 points, one goes up 6 points, and if it was a difference of 10, then yeah, you whoops, don't listen to me when I explain the rules and say don't care about puddings. You do want to at least not have the least of puddings at the end of the game, having those -6s. All right, then we go to Wasabi. Now this requires some explanation, so I would always pick this one if it's my first pick because you're going to be able to take a 2 or even a 3 later on. So I mean, there's enough salmon 2-pointers that it's going to be pretty great. Like the salmon would be worth 3 points, and then wasabi's going to be worth 3 points. But that's really great. Like if you can get that squid, then it's 4.5 points per each card. A wasabi paired with a with a squid for a total of 9 points. So 4.5 per card. If you could do that for every card, you'd win the game. If you could do 3 points for every card, I think that would be great. You could win the game. Keeping that in mind, 3 points for every card. What could you do with that? Having 2 puddings is 6 points. Maki rolls, having 2 maki rolls. Like 6 points, you have the most, and 3 and 3. Dumplings, if you get all 5 dumplings of the 14, if you get 5 of them, 3 points. Sashimi, 3 of them. That would be 3.3 points. So it is very enticing, but it's a trap. Watch out. And then we're recapping here. This is not going to ever be 3 points per card. And the salmon nigiri could be worth exactly 3 points because multiplied by 3 becomes 6, divided by 2. Yep. So all in all, I would say look for be able to try to get 3 points per card. And then we go to the last one. Always grab the chopsticks. If it is your first pick, never grab them if it is your third or, third to last, second to last. And a lot of times you have to grab the chopsticks. Like you see here, I have 2 chopsticks that somebody gave me at the very end. What you can do with these chopsticks is pretty interesting. You can grab the like 2 tempura. You can grab 2 sashimi, and then if everybody's avoiding sashimi, you can grab 2 of them, and then just hope to get that third sashimi, and then you have 3.3 points per card. That's going to be pretty great. So you could do double maki. You could take 2 red cards and have way more maki than everyone else, and they don't even want to fight you for it. So I would say points per card. Let's just throw out like 3 to 6 points per card. We'll say that because the chopsticks are gonna give you more points later on. So it really just depends. Right now in this game I'm playing, I'm gonna get 0 points for these. So why don't we have some fun here and let's make a little tier list for all these really quick so you can see. And this is a promo card. We're not going to really count that. It's going to give you 4 points if you have the most of different colors. I think that would be cool to play with. I have never played with soy sauce though. But yeah, let's go through them. So this is going to be an A tier if it's your starting pick, or even S tier is your starting pick. Wasabi, S tier is your starting pick. Squid, yeah, let's say A tier. And then that's only 2 points for the salmon. Egg, we're going to put it at D tier. Dumpling we'll put in C tier. Salmon we'll put in B tier. And then sashimi we'll put in B tier as well, because it could be worth a lot of points. Tempura we'll put in C tier. Pudding we will put in B tier, and then we got the Maki Rolls. I'm going to say the 3 Maki Roll we're going to put in B, the 2 we're going to put in C, and the 1 Maki Roll we're going to put next to that egg nigiri. And yeah, so now we are finished with all of those different base game ones. So tell me what you think about that in the comments below. If you got any questions, I'd love to hear them. And please consider subscribing if you thought that was a useful strategy guide for you. I want to do more things like this and go through different tier lists of different games, because I find it useful to, before you play a game with somebody, a group of people, to kind of go over. You don't have to completely know the strategy, but at least if you know kind of like a tier list of things, then you come to game night understanding, hey, I at least know, all right, these three cards are going to be good ones to grab, and I won't be lost after they explain the rules. Because some people learn by hearing, some people learn by reading rules, some people learn by just playing, and a lot of those guys are going to get their butts kicked while they're playing the game, but then afterwards, after multiple plays, they get good at the game. For those types of people, I hope these videos will be useful for you, and you can kind of take these tier lists and utilize them to just get your foot in the door for that type of style of learning. Also, for the people who are good at learning through listening, I'm talking to you, and hopefully that sparks your interest and to be able to learn through that. And you've got the visuals right here, but my main reason for doing this is I feel like there's a little bit of a lack of kind of in depth like tier list strategy primer stuff in the industry right now, and I think more of this would be great. And if I could add to that section of the board game community, then that would be great in my mind, and I'm going to continue doing it. So if that brings true to you at all, as I talked with you, um, please consider liking this video, subscribing, and supporting the channel in any way possible. Every comment matters, and helps out the little YouTube algorithm out a lot. Also, let me know what you think about Sushi Go as a game. Like, it's not my favorite drafting game, but it's a really cool gateway game. Like, if I'm going to teach somebody a new board game, and I want to get them eventually into like Seven Wonders or Between Two Cities, one of my favorite drafting games actually. But then I'm gonna want to play this one first with them so they can at least understand drafting a little bit better. All in all, it's a pretty great game. I would recommend it for anybody trying to get into the hobby. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and if you subscribed already, thank you so much. And it's already a 17-minute video, so thanks for watching this long. Hope you're having a great day, and take care.